Permission to be Powerful is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. One of my greatest victories since my divorce? Reclaiming the radio. For 8 years, my ex controlled it. 100% of the time. No exceptions. I didn't realize it then, but I was completely detached from myself. Why did she dominate the radio? Why did I let her? I can spend forever analyzing it. But at some point, I accept what happened. I was in a codependent relationship. I was living with a control freak. My need for approval was weaponized against me. It only took a few sharp criticisms before I shrank myself into invisibility. And once I disappeared, she had free rein. Losing myself. One song at a time. We shared one car. We worked from home. We lived in the middle of nowhere. Even when I was alone, I still felt like I wasn't allowed to play what I wanted. I didn't realize how much I had erased myself. Fast forward to today. Now, my car, my rules, non-stop bachata. I've reclaimed my sound. And I realize now, this isn't just about music. It's about taking my life back. Why this victory matters. I live and breathe salsa and bachata. That's what makes me a great dancer. I've absorbed these songs into my bones. And when I hear them out in the wild, I don't just dance. I respond. That extra half-second of musicality sets me apart, and the music itself has become a symbol of my freedom. Romeo Santos, drama, and the comeback. I'm obsessed with Romeo Santos. Not just because he's the most famous bachata singer, but because his music oozes passion, drama, and devotion to women. For 8 years, that side of me was buried. But now, it's back. And I thank God I survived to reclaim it. 10 years ago, I was a different man living in New Hampshire, driving almost 4 hours round trip to go salsa dancing. Getting home at 2 or 3 a.m., never regretting it. That version of me? Fearless, free, a cowboy, a swashbuckler. And now, I'm an even purer version of that man. My younger self would be so damn proud. I got trained out of being myself. Looking back, I see it clearly. At some point, I wasn't allowed to be myself anymore. And the craziest part? I went along with it. I must own my part in that dynamic. Had I written this post 2 years ago, it would have been all about her. But now, I see what I allowed. The day I took it all back. When I left, I couldn't take my car. It was in her name. I worried about how she'd treat it. And sure enough, she got in a minor accident. She didn't change the oil. She acted like I had no right to be upset. Months later, when I finally got it back, the car rattled and shook every time I turned left, a most unwelcome reminder of her. So I drove straight to a mechanic, reclaiming the radio, reclaiming my life. That day, I didn't just fix my car, I took my life back. I blasted my music. I drove toward my new life. No more muting myself. The radio was just the first thing. Living out loud. No more hiding. I wasn't just hiding my music, I was hiding myself. I was always interested in Buddhism. But instead of exploring it, I listened to guided meditations in secret. I talked about running a 5K for years. But instead of doing it, I sat on my ass and got fatter. Then, one day, I finally ran. One 5K turned into half marathons. I told myself, I need to run 100 races before I die. I'm almost there. Reclaiming my music, my body, and my soul. For nearly a decade, I sat on the couch. Now, Netflix feels like a waste of time, when I could be running, dancing, meditating, playing the flute. Yes, the flute. The instrument. My ex never heard me play. My ex knew I played the flute as a kid, but in 8 years, she never heard me play. Now, I picked it back up, and I'm better than ever. I almost have Flight of the Bumblebee mastered. I can play the Simpsons theme song. I even learned Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. And every time I play, it's a reminder. This life is mine. I will never hit mute on myself again. Final thought. Never shrink yourself for love. Looking back, it's mind-boggling how much I let myself be policed. But those days are gone. Now, I live out loud, I take up space, and I will never let anyone silence me again. Until next time, Anton Dancer, writer, Buddhist Permission to be Powerful, is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber.